Your body is an incredibly busy place. Just like a city, it creates a lot of waste products simply by doing its daily work. Think about all the food you eat and the energy you use. These processes leave behind things your body doesn't need. If this waste were to build up, it would become harmful, like rubbish piling up on a street. This is where your kidneys come into play. They are two bean-shaped organs, each about the size of your fist, located on either side of your spine, just below your rib cage. Their main job is to act as your body's expert cleaning crew, working tirelessly day and night. The primary function of the kidneys is to filter your blood. Your heart pumps all of your blood through your kidneys many times every single day. As the blood flows through, the kidneys pull out the waste products and any extra water that your body doesn't currently need. This waste and extra water are then turned into urine. This cleaning process is absolutely vital for keeping you alive and healthy. Without your kidneys, dangerous toxins would quickly accumulate in your bloodstream, causing serious illness. So, these small organs perform a massive and essential task, ensuring your internal environment remains clean and stable. Imagine a very sophisticated water purification plant. That's a good way to think about your kidneys. They don't just dump everything out. They carefully decide what to keep and what to get rid of. They hold onto the good stuff, like important nutrients, sugar, and the right amount of water, and send it back into your body to be used again. This selective filtering is what makes them so brilliant. They are constantly making adjustments to keep everything in perfect balance, a state known as homeostasis. This balancing act is crucial for all your other organs to function correctly, from your brain to your heart. So the next time you think about your body, remember these amazing filters. They are not just simple strainers. They are intelligent, dynamic organs that perform a complex and life-sustaining job. They clean your blood, manage your body's fluid levels, and help control your blood pressure, among other things. The work they do is continuous and precise, a silent but powerful process happening inside you right now. Understanding how they achieve this incredible feat begins with looking even closer at the tiny functional units that do all the hard work inside each kidney. If we were to zoom into the kidney, we would find about 1 million tiny microscopic filtering units in each one. These are called nephrons. Each nephron is like a miniature cleaning factory, and it's here that the real magic of blood purification happens. A nephron isn't just a simple tube. It has several distinct parts that work together in a specific sequence. It all begins with a small, cup-shaped structure called the Bowman's capsule, which surrounds a tiny ball of blood vessels known as the glomerulus. This is where the initial filtering of blood takes place, acting like a first-pass sieve to separate small molecules from the blood. From the Bowman's capsule, a long winding tube extends. This tube is called the renal tubule. It's not just a straight pipe. It has 3 main sections, each with a special role. The first part is the proximal convoluted tubule, a twisted section close to the start. Then comes the loop of Henle, a long U-shaped dip that goes deep into the kidney and comes back up. Finally, there is the distal convoluted tubule, another twisted section further down the line. All these parts are lined with special cells designed to fine-tune the fluid that is on its way to becoming urine. The journey of the fluid through the nephron is a carefully controlled process. After the initial filtration in the glomerulus, the fluid, now called filtrate, enters the renal tubule. As it travels along this winding path, a second important process occurs: reabsorption. Here, the nephron works to reclaim the valuable substances that your body needs to keep. Essential things like glucose, amino acids, vitamins, and a large amount of water are pulled back out of the tubule and returned to the bloodstream. This ensures that we don't lose vital nutrients every time our blood is cleaned. This 2-step process of filtration and reabsorption is incredibly efficient, but it's not the whole story. The nephron has one more trick up its sleeve to make sure the blood is as clean as possible. While reabsorption is about taking good things back into the blood, there needs to be a way to actively push remaining bad things out of the blood and into the tubule. This final, crucial cleaning step is what we call tubular secretion. It is a more targeted process that adds specific waste products directly into the forming urine, completing the purification cycle. Now, let's focus on that hidden process. Tubular secretion. Think of it as the opposite of reabsorption. Instead of pulling useful things out of the tubule, secretion is the process of actively transporting unwanted substances from the blood directly into the fluid inside the tubule. This is a very important step because the initial filtration at the glomerulus isn't perfect. Some waste products are too big to be easily filtered out, or they don't get filtered out in large enough quantities. Secretion acts as a backup system to ensure these tricky substances are properly removed from the body. This process happens mainly in the proximal and distal convoluted tubules, the twisted parts of the nephron. The cells lining these tubules are like security guards with a specific list of troublemakers to eject. They actively grab certain waste products from the blood in the tiny capillaries that surround the tubule and push them into the filtrate. This requires energy because it's an active transport process, moving substances against their natural concentration gradient. It's a deliberate and targeted removal service, ensuring that even the most stubborn waste gets added to the urine for disposal. What kind of things are removed this way? A great example is hydrogen ions. Your body needs to maintain a very stable pH balance in the blood, keeping it from becoming too acidic or too alkaline. When your blood becomes too acidic, the cells of the tubule secrete hydrogen ions into the filtrate. This removes the excess acid from your blood and helps restore the proper balance. Another example is potassium ions. While some potassium is reabsorbed, secretion helps to get rid of any excess, which is important because too much potassium can be dangerous for your heart. Other substances removed by tubular secretion include certain drugs and toxins. When you take a medicine like penicillin, for example, your kidneys use secretion to efficiently remove it from your bloodstream after it has done its job. This is why you often have to take multiple doses of a drug throughout the day, as your kidneys are constantly working to clear it out. The same goes for other waste products produced by your muscles like creatinine and other metabolic byproducts like uric acid. Secretion is the kidney's way of doing a final thorough cleanup. The importance of tubular secretion for our overall health cannot be overstated. Its most critical role is in maintaining the delicate acid-base balance of our blood. The normal pH of our blood is tightly regulated around 7.4, and even small deviations can cause major problems for our body's cells and enzymes. By secreting hydrogen ions when the blood is too acidic, and bicarbonate ions when it is too alkaline, the kidneys use secretion as a powerful tool to keep this balance perfect. This function is essential for preventing conditions like acidosis or alkalosis, which can be life-threatening if left unchecked. Furthermore, tubular secretion is vital for managing the levels of certain ions in our body, particularly potassium. The concentration of potassium in our blood has a direct impact on the function of our nerves and muscles, including the most important muscle of all, the heart. Too much potassium can lead to dangerous and irregular heart rhythms. Tubular secretion provides a precise mechanism for excreting excess potassium into the urine, acting as a safety valve that protects our cardiovascular system and ensures our muscles can contract properly and our nerves can send signals effectively. This process also plays a key role in detoxifying the body. It helps to clear out both the natural waste products from our metabolism, like uric acid and creatinine, and foreign substances that we might ingest. This includes many prescription drugs, food additives, and environmental toxins. Without the efficient removal provided by tubular secretion, these substances could build up to toxic levels in the blood, causing harm to our organs and disrupting normal bodily functions. It is a fundamental part of how our body protects itself from both internal and external chemical threats. In conclusion, tubular secretion is a vital active process that complements the initial filtration in the kidneys. It's the final targeted step in cleaning our blood. By moving specific waste products, excess ions like hydrogen and potassium, and various drugs from the blood into the forming urine, it performs three critical jobs. It helps regulate our blood's pH, controls ion concentrations to protect our heart and nerves, and clears out harmful toxins. Together with filtration and reabsorption, secretion ensures that our kidneys keep our internal environment clean, balanced, and perfectly tuned for a healthy life.